Hello, sweet friends. I'm so happy to see you today for a new week of virtual preschool. This week, we're going to sing a new song from Miss Nancy to start each of our lessons. And this song is called Hello, Hello. Will you sing with me and with Miss Nancy? Here she is.
This is Hello, Hello from I Know I'll Grow. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. Do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your hands are? Hands. Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. Do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your tummy is? Tummy. Do you know where your hands are? Hands. Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. Do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your knees are? Knees. Do you know where your tummy is? Tummy. Do you know where your hands are? Hands. Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. And do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, 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 what do you know? Do you know where your toes are? Toes. Do you know where your knees are? Knees. Do you know where your tummy is? Tummy. Do you know where your hands are? Hands. Do you know where your shoulders are? Shoulders. And do you know where your head is? Head. Hello, 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 what do you know? Oh, hello, 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 what do you know? Hello, what do you know?
Thank you so much, Miss Nancy. Would you like to help me wake up Betsy? Call for her. 1, 2, 3. Say, Betsy, where are you? Oh, Betsy, friend, come on out. The friends would like to see you. Hello. Oh, Betsy, your feathers are a mess today. Hello, friends. How are you? Hello, Betsy. How are you? Hello, Miss Jamie. How are you? We're so glad to see you. Here, here. We're all here. Here, here. We're all here. Here, here. We're all here. We're all here together. Yay! And we are talking about something very special this week, right, Betsy? This week, we're going to be learning about different holidays and traditions. What is a holiday or a tradition? Do you know? A holiday or a tradition is something special that we do with our families, the same every single year. Do you celebrate any holidays or traditions in the winter? Anything special that you do with your family? Maybe a special food you eat, or a special decoration in your house, or something special, something else special that you might do with your family every year. Every family is a little bit different in how they celebrate holidays and traditions. So this week we're going to talk about some of the holidays and traditions that you might celebrate. Or maybe you celebrate a different one and we would love to hear all about what you do at your house to celebrate winter. Today's holiday is called Hanukkah. This is the sign for Hanukkah. Can you do it with your fingers? 4 on this side and 4 on this side, and say Hanukkah. Hanukkah. Yes, Hanukkah is a festival of lights. It is the Jewish festival of lights. Do you see all of these lights? Keep that in your mind because this week, lots of the holidays we're going to talk about have light. And I wonder if you can say, that reminds me of another holiday. The festival lasts for 8 days, and families celebrate by eating special food like donuts and latkes, playing the Dreidel game, and maybe exchanging some small gifts and lighting the menorah. Here's another picture. This is the menorah, and 1 candle is lit on the menorah on the first night of Hanukkah, and then 2 candles on the second night, until on the 8th night, all the candles are lit. We're going to learn more about lighting the candles on the menorah because I have one right here. And I have a book that's all about the menorah. So I'm going to turn the pages and we're going to light the candles on this menorah and learn more about Hanukkah. Can you say it and do the sign again? Hanukkah. Good. Hanukkah is a joyous or a happy celebration for Jews all over the world. The menorah holds 8 candles, plus a very special helper candle in the middle. This helper candle is called the shamash. Can you say shamash? Good. We can use the shamash to light a new candle every night to remember Hanukkah, the festival of lights. So do you see how I turned the page and one of the candles is lit? Let's light one here on my menorah. This is a toy. It doesn't have real fire, but we'll pretend like we're using the shamash to light the candle. We can say on the first night of Hanukkah, we can say a special blessing before we use the shamash to light the first candle on our menorah. The lighting of the candles during Hanukkah celebrates miracles that happened a long time ago. Watch what happens when I turn the page. 2 candles. We can light them like this. 1, 2 with the shamash. On the second night of Hanukkah, we'll use the shamash to light 2 candles on the menorah. During the holiday, we can celebrate a great victory. A small band of Jewish patriots called Maccabees won over an evil king more than 2,000 years ago. And watch what happens when I turn the page. Another candle. On the third night, we can use the shamash to light 3 candles on our menorah. Hanukkah celebrates the marvel of a lamp that stayed lit for 8 nights, even though there was only enough oil for 1 night. What an amazing miracle. And look how we use the shamash like this. 1, 2, 3. Should we light another candle on the menorah? Let's turn the page and see. Yes, look. On the 4th night of Hanukkah, color should we do? Maybe blue. We'll use the shamash to light 4 candles on the menorah. Hanukkah is a celebration we share with family and friends. We feast on lots of special foods like delicious potato latkes. Here are some delicious potato latkes. I can use my spatula and flip them over. And sweet jelly donuts. Yummy! There's another one. On the 5th night of Hanukkah, we'll use the shamash to light 5 candles on the menorah. Hanukkah is a time to celebrate our blessings and share them with each other. Each family has its own traditions to celebrate the spirit of giving, like giving gelt. This is gelt. This is toy gelt, not real gelt, which is money to the needy. It's fun to receive gifts, but it's just as fun to give. Another candle. On the 6th night of Hanukkah, we'll use the shamash to light 6 candles. Can you help me count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. Hanukkah is a time to celebrate and have fun. We can play the Dreidel game. And this is a dreidel. It spins, and we can play the dreidel game with our family and friends. If you win, chocolate gelt is your prize. Look, it's almost all full. Here comes the 7th night of Hanukkah. We'll use the shamash to light 7 candles on the menorah. Singing songs is a fun way to celebrate Hanukkah. We can sing the dreidel song like this. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, the dreidel I will play. And on the last night, look, on the 8th night of Hanukkah, we'll use the shamash to light all 8 candles. Can you help me count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hanukkah is a time to celebrate our blessings with prayers, songs, games, gifts, and delicious food. But most of all, it's a time to be with family and friends. Happy Hanukkah! And can you remember the sign for Hanukkah? Hanukkah. It's like the candles, 4 on this side and 4 on that side. Can you do it? Hanukkah. We can sing a little song about Hanukkah using our candle sign like this. Can you make 4 and 4 like on the menorah? And we're going to sing a song that goes like this. Twinkle, twinkle, Hanukkah lights, shining brightly for 8 nights. Spin the dreidel round and round. Eat some latkes crisp and brown. Twinkle, twinkle, Hanukkah lights, shining brightly for 8 nights. Does that remind you of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? Try it again with me. See if you can sing the words too. Put up 4 and 4, like on the menorah. Are you ready? Can you sing with me? I'll listen and see if I can hear you singing. Ready? Twinkle, twinkle, Hanukkah lights, shining brightly for 8 nights. Good. Spin the dreidel round and round. Eat some latkes crisp and brown. Twinkle, twinkle, Hanukkah lights, shining brightly for 8 nights. Good. Hanukkah. Well done. It's fun to learn about traditions and holidays, isn't it? we're going to play a little game all about latkes. Latkes are a kind of food that are cooked with oil. So we can remember the miracle that happened a long time ago when there wasn't enough oil, but the lamp still lit for 8 nights. And this is what latkes look like. They're potatoes, kind of like hash browns, like a little potato pancake or a potato patty, and it's fried in oil. And you can eat it like this. This is a real one. The other one was a wooden one. And you could eat it with applesauce or sour cream. Do you eat latkes with your family? Do you have a tradition of eating latkes? They're yummy and delicious. It's kind of a fun treat. We're going to play a game where we have to find the yummy latke. And I have some pans of oil. Each pan has a different shape on it. And we're going to look to see where's the latke. Let me pull this forward just a little bit so you can see it better. Does that work? A little bit better? There we go. Okay, this one is a diamond. Can you say the shape? Diamond. Well done. This one is taller than a square. It's a rectangle. Good job with your shapes. Do you know this one? Square. Well done. And this is a tricky one. This is like a triangle that's missing the top. It's called a trapezoid. Can you say trapezoid? Good. You know this shape. It's a circle. Well done. Woo. I think if I put them there, they'll cover up. Let's try this one. Ooh, this is a tricky one too. This one has 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's called a pentagon. Can you say pentagon? Good. And I have 2 more. This one has 6 sides. It's called a hexagon. Can you say hexagon? Good. And the last one, you'll know this one, is a star. Good. We have all of these shapes, and Miss Jamie's going to hide the latke under one of the pans. Do you think you'll be able to find it? Okay, but no peeking. You can look over here at the menorah while I hide the latke. Oh, should I put it up high or down low? Where should Miss Jamie hide that latke? I want to cook some yummy latkes. I'm as hungry as can be. Which pan has the oil with a latke just for me? Which pan would you like to check to see if there's a latke under there? Do you know your shapes? Which one would you like to try first? The square. Good job saying. Oh, nope, it wasn't under the square, but that was a good guess. Which one would you like to try next? The star. Okay, let's look and see. The star was a good guess, but there's no potato latke there. Which pan should we check next? The circle. Okay, let's look and see if it's behind the circle. Nope, no latke there. Whew, where's it going to be? Which one would you like to check next? The rectangle. Okay, let's look and see. You found the latke. It was under the rectangle pan. Well done. Brain, good guessing. Should we try one more time? Turn over these pans with the shapes on them. And then you can peek over here at the menorah. And Miss Jamie will hide the latke. I want to cook some latkes. I'm as hungry as can be. Which pan has the oil with a latke just for me? Where's that latke? Behind the circle again? We can look there again. Again, it wasn't behind the circle, but I like how you're saying your shapes. Not the circle this time. Where's that Latke? What is this one? The diamond? Yes, let's check and see. No, I'm sorry, it's not behind the diamond. Which one would you like to check next? The square? Okay, we can look under the square. Is that what you said? If it wasn't, thank you for waiting your turn. We found it. The Latke was in the square pan. Yum, yum, yum. Paper latkes do not taste as good as real fried latkes. Maybe your family could have a special treat one day and make latkes for a snack. You can let me know if you like how they taste. My family likes how they taste. We're going to read a book now. And this book is called Sammy Spider. Do you see Sammy Spider up here? In this story, Sammy Spider gets to experience his first Hanukkah. And he has lots of questions for his mom about the things that he sees at the first Hanukkah. Let's read to find out more about Sammy Spider's first Hanukkah. And this book is written by Sylvia Rouss. She's the author, and the illustrator is Catherine Janus Kahn. That's the title page. It says this is a book about colors and numbers. You're good at colors and numbers. There's Sammy. Sammy Spider shivered in his web, high up on the Shapiro's living room ceiling. Are there any spiders on your ceiling? No, mine either, I hope. I don't know. Look, Mother, he called. What is Mrs. Shapiro lighting? That's the menorah, said Mrs. Shapiro. Said Mrs. Spider. The Shapiros are celebrating Hanukkah. They will light one more candle every night for 8 nights. It's beautiful, said Sammy as he lowered himself on a strand of webbing to take a closer look. Be careful, warned Mrs. Spider. Don't get too close. It was the first night of Hanukkah. Sammy stopped right above the shamash, the helper candle that Mrs. Shapiro had used to light the first candle. Mother, the flame feels so good on my cold feet, Sammy said. Mr. Shapiro reached into his pocket and handed Josh a bright blue dreidel. Sammy hovered above the flames and listened as Mrs. Shapiro told Josh the story of the Maccabees and the miracle of the oil. The smell of frying potato latkes filled the room. Look at all those latkes. Josh gave the dreidel a spin and squealed with delight. It was spinning so fast that Sammy felt a little dizzy watching from above. When the candles had melted and the flames flickered out, the Shapiros announced bedtime and took Josh upstairs. It's your bedtime too, Sammy, called Mrs. Spider. Sammy climbed the strand of silk webbing and crawled into a cozy corner. Mrs. Spider gently tucked him in. Mother, asked Sammy, do you think I could have a blue dreidel to spin? Silly little Sammy, his mother laughed. Spiders don't spin dreidels. Spiders spin webs. Good reading. On the second night of Hanukkah, Sammy watched expectantly as Mrs. Shapiro helped Josh light 2 candles. His feet were cold and he wanted to warm them up near the flame again. Tonight, Mr. Shapiro gave Josh a bright red dreidel. Now he had 2 to spin. Everyone sang Hanukkah songs and ate donuts filled with sweet red cherry filling. The spinning dreidels made Sammy even dizzier. That night when Mrs. Spider tucked Sammy into his soft web, he asked, "Mother, do you think I could have a red dreidel to spin?" "Silly little Sammy," his mother answered. "Spiders don't spin dreidels. Spiders spin webs." Good. On the third night, Sammy once again warmed his feet above the menorah and watched as the Shapiros used the shamash to light 3 candles. They gave Josh a yellow dreidel. Now he had 3 dreidels to spin. The dreidels twisted and twirled across the floor until the red one dropped, then the blue, and at last the yellow. "Mother, could I have a yellow dreidel to spin?" Sammy asked at bedtime. And what does the mother say? "Silly little Sammy, spiders don't spin dreidels. Spiders spin webs." Each night, Sammy watched from his warm perch above the shamash. 4 green. On the 4th night, the Shapiros lit 4 candles and gave Josh a green dreidel. On the 5th night, they lit 5 candles and gave Josh a purple dreidel. That one's my favorite. On the 6th night, they lit 6 candles and gave Josh an orange dreidel. On the 7th night, they lit 7 candles and Josh got a rose-colored dreidel. Sammy had to raise himself a little higher on his web because his feet were getting hot. It's because there's so many candles. On the 8th night, Sammy felt sad as he watched the Shapiros light all 8 candles and give Josh a brown wooden dreidel. "I'm going to miss Hanukkah," he thought. "I won't smell the delicious latkes. I won't hear any Hanukkah songs. I won't be able to watch Josh spin all his colorful dreidels. And how will I warm my feet? If only I could have just one dreidel," he thought, as the 8 dreidels danced merrily across the floor. "What fun I would have." Then he remembered his mother's words. Spiders don't spin dreidels. Spiders spin webs. But when the last candle flickered out and Sammy climbed reluctantly up the web to bed, his mother smiled and handed him a gift and said, "Happy Hanukkah, Sammy." What could be in that gift for a spider whose feet are cold and who can't spin a dreidel? Sammy opened the package and found 8 little socks, one for each night of Hanukkah and one for each of his 8 little feet. Each sock was a different color, and on each one, Mrs. Spider had spun a little dreidel. Sammy put on his new socks. There was a blue one, a red one, a yellow one, a green one, a purple one, an orange one, a rose one, and a brown one. He slid happily down a silky strand and began to spin faster and faster. "Look, Mother," he shouted, "I'm spinning my dreidels, all 8 of them." Sammy learned all about Hanukkah by watching the Shapiros. In that story, he really wanted to spin a dreidel. And so today, I am going to show you how to spin a dreidel. Spinning a dreidel or spinning a top is really good practice for your fingers. When your fingers go like this, you're practicing your coordination and also your pinch, which is really good practice for your fingers before you get ready to use a pencil or a crayon. There are lots of different kinds of dreidels, and you can spin them in your fingers like this. Do you see that? Spin, spin, spin. This is a good way to practice at first, just to move it around, just using your 3 fingers. Do you see my fingers doing all the work? On each side of the dreidel, there's a different letter. And you can play a dreidel game with some gold coins called gelt. These have chocolate candies on the inside. Or you can just practice spinning the dreidel. If you don't have a dreidel, maybe you can practice just spinning a top. And that spinning, like I said, is really good practice for your fingers. Let me show you what it looks like. If you've practiced a lot, this is a big one, and you can make it go around and around. Are you ready? Whoops. Miss Jamie is a righty, so I need to use my other hand. Here goes. Do you see it spin? Watch again. And whichever one it lands on, you can play the game with the gelt. Or you could just practice spinning it with your fingers. That is really super good practice. If you don't have a top at home or a dreidel, you could also practice with a pencil or a crayon, moving it around in your fingers like this. Moving it around is really good practice for your fine motor skills. If you play the dreidel game or if you practice spinning a top, will you take a picture to show me? Well, friends, I loved learning all about Hanukkah with you today. And I would love to know what holidays and traditions you celebrate at home with your family. Now it is time for us to call Betsy back. Do you think you can call her? Here goes. 1, 2, 3. Say, Betsy, come back. Come on, bird friend. Hello. Ooh, I want to play the dreidel game. We could play that after school today, Betsy. You and I can play. It will be tricky for you to spin the dreidel with your beak, though. Maybe I'll help you with that. I don't know if Betsy's going to be able to do it with her beak, but you can try it with your fingers, right? Preschool time is over now, over now, over now. Preschool time is over now for another day. Wave goodbye to all of our friends, all of our friends, all of our friends. Wave goodbye to all of our friends. It's time to stay home and play. Hip, hip, hooray! I have a new play pack for you this week. This one is all about different holidays. And there are some fun ideas for things you can do to learn more about Hanukkah and practice your fine motor skills at the same time after the video is over. Do you have any bird seed for Betsy? She's hungry, hungry, hungry. Throw it this way. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, friends. And if you'd like to catch Betsy's kiss, hold it out like this. Catch it. Stick it to your cheek. Give yourself a big hug from Miss Jamie and Betsy. We think you're awesome. And we can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Bye, friends. Bye-bye. Thanks for the bird seed.